What's up, everyone? It's your girl Alison. You tuned into Art Club, the best art show in the whole of East Africa. Any lesson tunakuletea different artists from all over the country at the comfort of your home every single Friday at 8:30 p.m. Hope mmekuwa na wiki poa. My week has been amazing. Sa kesho ni Saturday at the National Museum from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. There's going to be an event called the Pop-Up Market, where there's going to be 30 plus vendors advertising different merchandises, from books to t-shirts to key holders to journals. And hizi zote zinakuwa zimefanywa na wao, where they paint, alafu wanachukua print, wanaeka kwa t-shirt, wanaeka kwa key holder, wanaeka kwa kitabu. And the prices are going to be ranging from 100 bob until 5,000 Kenyan shillings. Ni affordable. Yes. And entry is absolutely free. So kesho usiseme Alice hajawapea form, and then Kenya National Museum and shop away. Sindio, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 2114. Msisahau kwanza na hashtag @club. Na unajua kwa nyumbani, you have a gift, you have a talent, DM me on my Instagram at Alice Kamanzia. Let's show people what you have. Sindio, sasa we have a riddle for you guys. Haya, what's something that the more you take, the more you leave behind? What's something that the more you take, the more you leave behind? Kumbuka maswali fupi pale kwa SMS line at 21144. Sasa kama kawaida, we have a very short art clip for you guys. Check this out. Monaji, your art. Our art for today is iko in line with our guest for today, who's a model. Lakini nitamwacha introduce. Karibu.
Hi everyone, I'm Nazrin Wanda Muliro, Miss Preteen Global 2025 second runners up. Amazing. So you're very young, and you're very privileged, because at such a young age, unapata you're pursuing your gift, which so many people are not able to. Ulifikaje ndo you discover that you're into modeling, that you're passionate about modeling? It actually started at a young age, let's say around 3 years old, when I used to pose in front of the camera anytime my mom is taking me a photo. Then my mom was like, "You're gonna make a good model." Then fast forwarding to the future, I fell for this advertisement in the internet, and it was like, would you like to have an opportunity to be a model, like give it a chance? And I decided, why not? Because it has always been my dream to turn into a model. And after doing that modeling competition that I did, I was sure that modeling is something I really like to do.
Ah, okay, that's amazing. And your mom is like your biggest cheerleader. Na unapata uko nje, there are parents who have kids who have gifts, but they don't embrace the gift. What advice can you give to those parents out there who are watching you, and they have kids who have a gift, but they are not embracing it? Wanawambia soma. What advice do you have to those parents who have kids with gifts?
I will start by telling them that with the way this current generation is going, with the way we are going as a country, I feel like we are embracing more of talents. I mean, education is important, but I feel like talents can also take you as far as education can take you. For as long as your child knows how to balance both education and their talent, you should give them a chance. Let them do what they like, let them enjoy what they're doing, and at the end of it all, it will give them fruits for as long as they keep God first and they have your support.
Amazing, amazing. So the gift of a man will place you in the company of great men. So unaweza ambia watu your social media handles pale wa kustock.
Follow me on Queen Nazreen Kenya Instagram, Queen Nazreen Kenya Facebook, and Queen Nazreen on YouTube. Yes.
So you're really, like, you're quite young. Mpaka na feel mimi mzee. How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
Oh my goodness. What grade are you in right now?
Grade 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you finish, same nenda mpaka grade 12.
Yes.
After do you have plans of further studies?
I would like to study aviation. I like to be a pilot.
Wow.
I find it really nice, you know, to be flying in the air and stuff. It's really comforting.
It's really cool.
For me.
What inspired you to want to do that's aviation?
Yes.
Yeah. What inspired you to want to be a pilot?
I guess just watching it on screen. Like anytime I watch like a pilot with their uniform and they're driving a plane, it seems so cool, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do that.
And you will do.
Exactly.
There's no dream that is too big.
Yeah.
So you were crowned the second runners-up for Miss Preteen Global. How was the experience like for you? Because I remember uliendanga Malaysia.
Yes.
Yeah. How was the experience for you coming to it, and even the experience in Malaysia? How was it for you?
At first, I was tensed. I was afraid because when I first landed, I had confidence, but looking at my competitors, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Like, am I supposed to be here really?
Yeah.
But through the support of my dad, my mom, and my director, them talking to me and giving me inspiration, I was able to see the way, and I was like, I'm here for a reason, and I should use that reason. And it was a really interesting experience. It's nice to meet new people, try new food. It's a really good experience.
It's really nice.
Yes.
And do you have any other titles other than, do you have any other titles in the modeling?
I was given Best Deep Interview. This is like a session we're having right now. Like, you ask me questions about myself, any situations that I think I have solutions for. Like, I was asked a question about bullying, and they were like, how do you feel about bullying? How do you feel social media is affecting teens nowadays? Because we teens nowadays, we spend most of our time scrolling, and there's a lot we enter into ourselves, like the beauty standards, the constant pressure, and they were asking me how I feel the technology is influencing teens in the today life. Yeah.
And how did you answer?
I said, although social media has positive, like it teaches you skills, new gifts, you can advertise yourself, it also has negativities. And I feel like we should know where to stop, like where to give social media a break. Because you can go, you see someone and you're like, why are they pretty? Why am I not pretty? Why are they smart? Why am I not smart? And it lowers your self-esteem. It crushes you mentally. And I was like, learn how to give social media a break, love yourself, appreciate yourself, and use social media for the positivity and not the negativity.
And how do you deal with negative feedback? Because there's always positive feedback, but there kuna kale kamtu where they tell you like really nasty things. How do you deal with it, and how can you advise people to deal with the negative feedback?
I will first start by advising them to not listen to what they're told, because there is no such thing as universally perfect. The same thing that there is no such thing as universally beautiful. I can think you're beautiful, but somebody else think that you're not. For as long as you believe and trust in yourself, for as long as you're courageous and you trust in what you do, that's how you can overcome all these things. Because anytime someone tries to bring me down, I personally tell my parents, and they're usually encouraging me in the best way they can, and that's the greatest support I get.
Yeah, because the parent is the number one.
Yes.
Yeah. And what are some of the challenges that you've experienced so far in your modeling journey?
So far, in the beginning, balancing, because I had to go to school to study, and then I go back home, I go for training, I have to do homework, I have to make sure I'm preparing for the tests that are coming up, and it's kind of difficult if you're not well established and prepared. That's my greatest challenge.
And how do you balance like school and modeling? How do you balance?
I set a time for everything, because I remember we used to train on Saturday. So I come home from school on Friday, I do my homework, I do everything. So Saturday I know it's for training, and I was able to keep on juggling myself like that. I study on Saturday evenings or during the course of the week. Yes.
So if you're training, like tell us from the minute you wake up until you fall asleep, like the pattern. How is your normal like routine in the training? Because kufika hapa, it's hard work, isn't it?
Yes.
What's like a normal training day for you?
A normal
From the minute like you wake up. Yeah, and what time do you wake up? Like from the time you wake up, because you're so young and you've achieved like all this. What's like your daily routine for a training day?
For a training day, I wake up at around 6 or 7, because we usually do training mostly here in Nairobi. So I have to come from Kitengela because I live in Kitengela.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get up early, have breakfast like very quickly, get my stuff, then we are on the journey trip to Nairobi. I usually train for almost 2 to 3 hours with my trainer, because it wasn't easy to learn how to walk in those shoes. And except from that, like when I'm back, I have to train again at home. Like I was putting some 2 or 3 more hours in training again at home to gain my balance. I was also being taught on public speaking, ways of answering questions, which will take that approximately 2 to 3 hours. Then we will travel back to Kitengela and we'll be home by around 7 to 8 p.m.
Wow.
Yes.
That's hard work. Yeah. And if there's something that you could change kwa hii industry ya modeling, what will you change if you had the opportunity to? Yes.
I feel like if there was a way to reduce the pressure, because the pressure starts pressuring once you get there. Like, I feel like people should reduce the amount of outfits they wear in a day. I mean, no offense, like it's good to change all the time, but you kind of lower somebody else's self-esteem. Because when we went to Malaysia, like I had specific outfits for like specific timings, but I didn't know you were supposed to bring like extra outfits. Because anytime we were going out there, they're like, okay, time for photo shoot. Then you see people running upstairs going and changing their outfits. And I was like, I didn't know we should wear all this. And if you aren't courageous enough, you'll feel like the number of outfits you wear is the amount of times you have to like, it's the amount of marks you're going to get and how far you're going to go. But I feel like we should reduce the amount of outfits you have to wear in a day. Yeah.
And you find like for models, you find like many people have this mindset that as a model you have to be like, it's all about beauty. Do you think it's all about beauty in the pageantry? Or is it more than just beauty?
It's definitely more than just beauty, because you have to have the mindset of solving problems, being able to solve problems in your community and how you'll solve them. And there's this question and answer session where you're given 30 seconds and you're asked a question. That one you must have brains and you must think very fast. And pageantry increases your self-confidence, it increases your self-love and self-appreciation. So I feel like pageantry has more to just the face and the smile.
So it's more.
It's more.
Yeah. So now we're going to be going for a very short commercial break. Lakini tukirudi, Nazreen will talk to us more about pageantry. So stay tuned.
Yeah.